at my house, some guests complained to me that it was a very, very disturbing experience every night. And I couldn't understand what that disturbing experience was. When I checked it out, it turned out that there was a palm tree. This is a two-story house, but there was a palm tree that one of the branches was resting on the balcony. And as the breeze blew, you know, these things can make some weird sound. And you are fearful. And in too many instances, what we end up being afraid of is nothing more than the result of a lack of knowledge. I don't know what it is, therefore I'm afraid of it. I remember in Guyana, I was born in Guyana, walking down one of our more affluent neighborhoods. Sorry, walking down the road in one of our more affluent neighborhoods. And I saw a Caucasian gentleman looking very distinct walk down the road in fuse in front of me. And he walked, you know, he just... And I saw some dogs. And the dogs almost bowed in reverence. As this Caucasian gentleman stepped by. So I said to myself, I'm mongrel dog then, man. Them dog, cool. So I see the dog, you know, and watching the dog, you know, and I try to walk by too. And the dogs just run after me, man. And after 2 stick and 2 stone and whole heap of running, I said, wait. You mean to say even dogs are racist too? Quite a while I believe that. But as I studied and grew and studied, I realized that deep down inside I was fearful. And so I exuded some chemicals. I think they call it adrenaline. I don't want to, I'm not an expert here, but I think they call it that. And the dogs picked up on the scent. And they reacted to my fear. Now, there's something in psychology called self-fulfilling prophecy. And many of us are very self-fulfilling prophets. And so because I was afraid, I telegraphed my fear to the dogs. They then acted in response to my fear and then caused me now to have something tangible of which to be afraid. Fear is often irrational. Now, I'm not saying that we must be foolish. I'm not saying that you must hear that a lion is on the prowl, and this lion has killed 6 people. And this lion has a face looking like, and they describe the lion face. And then you were to see a big animal with 4 legs looking like a lion, and the face matched the face of this lion face that you hear about that has killed 6 people, and you go up to the lion and say, hi, oh, lie, lie, lie. I'm not suggesting that. That would be foolish. But I am saying that very often our fear sets in motion a chain reaction that brings about circumstances in our life that intimidate us. Fear fosters failure. By now you know that I will tell you what the Bible says, right? The Bible says that what? Fear has what? Torment. But it also says that perfect love casts out fear. We say that fear is the dark side. I've never heard anybody defining fear or identifying fear or associating fear with light. Fear is supposed to be dark. The imagery is dark. Well, what is the antidote for darkness? Light. As a matter of fact, darkness can only be defined as the absence of light. Darkness does not exist. It's not an entity. It is the absence of light. So if you want to get rid of light, you can't turn on darkness. You have to turn off the light. And if you want to get rid of darkness, you can't say, darkness, come. Shoo, 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 shoo. Go. Go to the room. Go, go, go. You turn on the light. And the darkness might go. No, it has to go. And so we understand that fear and darkness, coming from the same source, which is, of course, the devil, complete with its special effects of torment, is a spiritual problem. Therefore, the antidote to fear must be something that fear is afraid of. And fear is afraid of faith. Fear is afraid of belief. Fear is afraid of conviction. Fear is afraid of knowledge. And ultimately, fear is afraid of God. "17 years ago, I don't know if I was a better speaker 17 years ago or not. I would like to think I'm a better speaker now. I'm certainly an older one. 17 years ago, on this campus, not in this studio, but within the precincts here, 17 years ago, I did a world-class presentation. Rise from your slump and succeed. A presentation that crosses all barriers. A presentation that has relevance to every situation. You've been hearing a part of it during the intermission. That presentation should have gone around the world. That presentation would have placed me on every main platform that is conceivable. I would have spoken not just in the 10 countries that I've already spoken in, I would have probably be speaking in every country in the world with my interpreter when necessary. But I was afraid. Fear. What was I afraid of? The success? No. The opportunity to help millions? No. I was afraid that my work would have been pirated and that somebody would get hold of that video and make illegal copies and make millions of dollars, and I would not make as much as I should make. And that fear paralyzed me. And I put that video down. Not only did I put the video down, but I was supposed to be doing a series with about, 6, 7, 8. It was a series of 6, 7, 8 presentations. That was the first. I never did another one. Because if I can't release the first one, why should I do another one? They'll pirate that too. And for 17 long years, thank God it was recorded. I've just launched my website, still under construction, www.godfreymcallister.com. That speech is on the World Wide Web. It's on YouTube. The world can have it for free if necessary. Because now I know that where that came from, there's a whole heap more there. And so that fear, irrational. Okay, so some people would have pirated it. So instead of making $50 million, I only would have made 45. Damn it. $5 million loss. Who cares? I would have made 45. So it doesn't even make sense. But then, what did I say about fear? Very often, it doesn't make sense. And so as we examine our fears, we will realize that a lot of times, if we stop long enough to think about it, it doesn't make sense. And fear fosters failure.